So is the top in already in Leicester, or are we going to go much higher? I discussed that in this video. So this is the Litecoin mascot. So it's a new meta, new trend within meme coins. And this particular one is something that Litecoin actually themselves have endorsed. They've endorsed this meme coin, and the design was by Greg. You can see here, that's a well-known Twitter account as well with 1 million followers. And Litecoin themselves have a massive account of, again, 1.1 million followers. So Dogecoin was involved in this as well, and they had been posting about this when they were finding the best artwork for this particular coin. There was another coin actually called Charlie that didn't run, but that was initially supposed to be the mascot. Again, long story, nothing you need to worry about. Just understand that this is the first of a new meta where other companies, other exchanges are suddenly endorsing their own mascots as meme coins. I think this is a trend now that we're going to see, but this is the original, this is the OG, so potentially it could run a lot higher. Unfortunately, I got caught a wind of this very late when I was doing my research, checking my watch list, my filters, so I bought in this range. So still good, but kind of late, so at 60 million. I really wish I had heard about it earlier here, but that's okay, that's meme coins. You know, nobody can be watching this 24 hours a day. And we already hit a high of around 195, and then we had a big pullback to 70. This is completely normal in meme coins. This is a nice healthy pullback, and since then we've looked very strong. We actually bounced here. If you look on the horizontal, we actually bounced where the previous range was before. So we found support around this previous range, which is very good. We really don't want to dip back into these areas. Now, obviously, any of these meme coins can have a larger correction, but the ones I found that are runners, they don't tend to do that. Really, we should run from here now. And we've got a series of higher lows. So that's a very good sign. I think the probability is higher. We're going to take out this high and look for resistance further up ahead. The usual points with these pump fund ones now, because remember, 100 of millions is not a big deal anymore for pump fund ones. The areas I'm looking at is around 340. And before that, we've obviously got the psychological area. So just under 200, where we met resistance before, you might see a good bit of profit taken and a stronger pullback. So watch out for that. Only buy on pullbacks. That's my advice always for any meme coins. If something's running and it's already approaching all-time highs, then it's better to wait for dips. Now, what's the potential of this going forward? The potential of this, I think, is higher because, again, it's associated with an altcoin. There are links to exchanges. So the chance of this getting listed everywhere is kind of high, let's be fair. And because it's the OG as well, it's probably going to run its course a lot harder as well. So that's the reason I considered buying. I don't usually like buying at high market caps unless it's something I think could legitimately reach billions, because the multiples are no good. So I prefer to buy 1 to 10 million, 10 to 20 max. I don't like messing about at 50, 60 or over 100, because I need to make the multiples so that the risk actually makes sense. But with this particular one, because there's a good chance, as long as the market stays good, conditions stay good, there's a good chance this could run a lot higher. I think it's worth it in terms of the multiples. Now, if we do get pullbacks, it's the usual places where we see support. So let's say we ran through here, you'd want to get a pullback around 140, 150. That would be an area where we would see support. If it worked out and we did break through all-time highs, then the previous all-time highs can tend to act as support as well, so around the 192 level. Just some quick holder analysis as well that I'll show you, and I use Photon for this. Highly recommend it. I'll link it below this video. But just interestingly here, you can see at the beginning, Dev bought, Dev sold 35 million tokens. Bought for $200, sold for $1,300 at the beginning. Do you know how much those would be worth right now if the Dev actually held? Hazard a guess, and I'll tell you the answer in just a minute. But let's have a look at the holders. So you can see the top wallet here, 18%. That's a burnt, basically dead Solana wallet. So that's a burn address. So that's a good sign. And then afterwards, you've got the exchanges. Look, they're labeled here, Mexi, Radium, etc. And then nobody really has any kind of massive holding, like 2-3% right there like that, where they could suddenly dump. I'm not really seeing any obvious signs of bundling, but we'll have a look at that in a minute as well. But basically, to answer that question, so these are the amount of tokens you can see here. So 35 million in tokens would probably be worth about, I would say, 4.3 million US dollars. to give you an idea. I mean, obviously it's hard for devs, like you don't know what's going to run or what's not, so they launch, you know, probably hundreds of coins per day, but just saying. So looking at the bundles for this one as well, there's nothing where everything was bought in the same time slot. This one, 6 wallets, is still kind of the low side. It would be more worrying if there was like 25, 30 wallets all buying at the exact same time and sniping like 10, 15% of the supply. So I'm not really seeing anything concerning here either. The other thing you want to look out for with this is other exchanges releasing mascots, but make sure that their main account, so Litecoin's main account, but you need to make sure the main accounts have actually endorsed it and mentioned it. And you can see, look, there's a few of them now. Look, Polygon are getting involved, so there's a few. And remember, all of them could run a bit. Now, you know, who knows in terms of the initial launch, who's involved, who the insiders are, and stuff like that. But who cares now? Like, this is meme coins. Like, as long as it runs into hundreds of millions, you know, everything's fair game. Just remember to take profits as well. You know, there will be a time when everything dumps with meme coins a lot. I think we still have a while to go yet before that date, but just be wary of that.